I want to talk about the Lantern, Jessica Cruz of this. Let's get it. DC has a silly show with a lot of the characters we know of, but in a goofier fashion, known as the DC Superhero Girls. I mean, she's a Green Lantern. You guys know the deal, the most powerful weapon in the universe. Thanks to her willpower, her imagination, she can make different type of things with her green constructs. Even her outfit, one could say, but one could say she specializes in blast power. Like, think of her having different modes. Her human mode, where she's not like lanterned up. She's not using the power of her ring. She can enhance all her properties, but when she's like this, she can enhance all her properties with the power of the ring, even her physicals. Her ring has to enhance her physicals. She's one of the few people to help restrain Supergirl when she was raging out. Just like standard Green Lantern fashion, yellow seems to be Green Lantern's weakness. She can make all kinds of constructs like shields, rugs. One of my favorite things that Green Lanterns do is making battle suits to help her durability and such. Being a lantern, she can fly at ridiculous speeds and she can be in space with no issues. Thanks to that ring. Just like how the comics, Green Lanterns can make a whole bunch of different versatile things, she can too. Let me give you a few examples. She can actually create a functioning magnifying glass and binoculars. Since Green Lanterns got to be able to communicate with all different type of species, there's like a universal translator that can translate languages to her English so she can understand it. She's made maps before. Her own lasso, one can say grappling hook, to help pull this open, literally. Apparently, her lantern water functions like real working water and heals stuff. Like, what? Imagine your van getting messed up, and she can use her power to literally make her own vehicle to drive a van in. Can make her own magic carpet. She has no problem moving lifeless bodies. Bubble, and she can make her own tunnel to tunnel her way through, like an actual torch that actually acts like a real torch. Made her own bird to retrieve some being. Goofy stuff like make her own fan to blow back super breath from Superman. You know what? Trampoline and cushions to help soften up blows or soft landings. But how strong is she? Let's get it. We see her beating stuff with a frying pan without her necessarily using no ring. That's funny. It's moments like this that imply that this ring gives her super strength, carrying grown people like nothing. I'm talking about giant creatures. She can just scoop it up with a construct net and sling it. You got occasions with heavy rubble like this without it crushing her. Like, what is the heavy stuff her constructs can lift? We see Poison Ivy throw bulldozers with her vines, for example. She can grapple with her vines, one could say, by making giant hands, of course. I would definitely go as far as saying she can hold up at least hundreds or even thousands of tons. This tower that was falling, she uses her Green Lantern constructs to make arms so she can hold this kind of weight. So I definitely think if a building was falling, she can make green hands or constructs to hold the weight of it. Stop the weight of thousands of tons with her green hand constructs if she wanted to. Her constructs would be able to hold up this much weight. And when I say 1,000 tons, I mean 1,000. I mean, look at the stuff she can weigh down with her constructs. We've seen her make constructs necessary to make scissors to cut this. She created her own monster in this particular situation to eat this thing. Yeah, plant monsters. She can just cut through all of that with a chainsaw. She does the same with thick vines, slice, metal chains by. I mean, you know, if her constructs can support the weight of a tower, you know, stuff like this, it makes sense for her to be able to hit hard enough to swat it away, bulldozers and such. When your constructs are strong enough to support thousands of tons, I definitely think breaking out of concrete is easy. If she can lift thousands of tons, punching through brick walls shouldn't be nothing for her, so it's obvious she can definitely devastate a brick wall with her Green Lantern enhanced punch, right? So when it comes to her blast power, there's no surprise she can blast down doors. It makes sense for her to be able to blast apart pieces of meteor, like fragmented meteor pieces. Stuff like a water tower, bow and arrows, she can break. Yeah. The best way to understand her true might is to understand the being she has to face in this universe. It's kind of a goofy, gaggy universe, but Star Sapphire, she can block attacks from. Due to the way her power set is set up when it comes to this ring, I would say whatever her durability is with her ring enhancements or whatever her shielding is, it's a good indication of how strong her construct is when it comes to lifting power and just strength in general. Like, for example, the same way I believe a building would halt or her shield would be able to support the weight of a building falling on her. I think that's the same way. It's able to withstand the weight of the building. It can also hold the weight up of the building without crushing. Does that make sense? With that being said, we've seen her actually restrain powerful beings to where they can't move. It kind of shows her construct strength. Other top tier Green Lanterns she can block attacks from, like Kilowog. The magic user of the group Satana she deflected blasts from. As you can see, y'all remember when this villain known as Livewire was giving Wonder Woman, the leader of the superhero girl squad, the business? Like, her blast power was doing all this damage to Wonder Woman. Like, yeah, black eye and everything. She can counter her by literally making a rubber tire, guys. Like, because electricity can't do nothing to rubber. Even when not creating rubber, she's able to just straight up blast her blast just like the rest of the leaguers here. She was contributing. She was contributing and helping block these attacks. Supergirl, one of the strongest beings in the show. Same with Wonder Woman, them both being similar in strength. Jessica Cruz can make something to block them from hitting each other with their power. So you can see a comparison of their raw strength, even though Wonder Woman has the skill advantage. You got Supergirl, you got Bizarro Girl. They're basically the same when it comes to powers and abilities. Bizarro Girl is just the bootleg version of Supergirl with similar strength. You know, this is important because we literally seen Bizarro Girl shake the planet itself, knocking Supergirl all the way through the planet. Supergirl's durability was able to withstand that like nothing, even though she shook the planet. And just like how Bizarro Supergirl can do this, the normal Supergirl, they literally have the same strength, so she can do this too. She can make stuff to block Supergirl's full charge to show her power. So when you see Jessica Cruz do stuff like this to Supergirl, this is more impressive than you think. Because that's like saying she can stop Earth trembling power or attacks that can tremble the Earth, you know, from Supergirl, if we assume she's somewhere in her ballpark when it comes to a raw power output. Or if we assume her shields can withstand Earth trembling impacts, you know, stuff like that. Not to mention the show itself stated this about Supergirl.
Now, Supergirl can move entire planets. Now, Supergirl can move entire planets.
Supergirl didn't act like this was impossible. It's probably true. She's blocking attacks from beings that can move entire planets like Earth or a planetoid like Earth or something. And she can block attacks from Supergirl. Jessica Cruz can. This same Supergirl can move entire planets. It all kind of adds up with the lore and her blast power and her defense. It's one of them situations to where even if you don't want to actually believe she can tremble the Earth, she has to be able to tremble smaller planetoids. Even if we assume she's not as strong as Supergirl, she has to be able to at least tremble the moon. Or one could say a smaller planet than Earth or something, right? So as a bare minimum, her blast power should be able to cause moon destruction or be able to level multiple continents or cities with ease, right? Jessica Cruz with her blast power. Or do you think her blast power will be able to delete the moon? It's one of them situations to where even if you want to believe that Supergirl is stronger, that's fine when it comes to punching power. I would kind of agree. But I would look at it like this. If Supergirl can tremble a planetoid like Earth, right? How hard can Jessica Cruz punch compared to her? I would say maybe a smaller Earth. Something like that, right? If she can shake a planet Earth, Jessica Cruz can shake a smaller planet Earth. We're hypothetically talking about a smaller planet Earth, you know, when it comes to her making a giant fist or a construct to attack with, you know, to be similar, you know. Does that make sense? Right? It's just too many occasions of her power. She has to be somewhere in that range. Say if Supergirl's 100, she has to be like a 90 or a 95 or something. You know what I'm saying? So if Supergirl can shake the planet, she should be able to shake a slightly smaller planet, right? Or a 5% smaller planet, right? You get the idea. But worst case scenario, if you don't believe she can shake the Earth, she has to be able to shake smaller planetoids like the moon, right? That are way smaller than the Earth. But all of this could be just me. Do you think she can tremble the Earth in this universe? I want to hear your thoughts below. Do you think she can tremble both the planets? This show's a little gaggy. Before I get going though, I gotta say thanks to the donators real quick. It helps out a lot. Respect Jessica Cruz of the Superhero Girls Show. I can't believe I did this. Hope you guys enjoyed this silly video though. I'm glad you are enjoying your time on the channel. Make sure you check out the playlist on the channel to see other How Strong videos. If you like what this channel is offering, make sure you hit that subscribe button and I will see you guys later.